get ready. We gon' build your mind while we laugh and play. Here comes DJ Boo, Shaheem, and our Debbie. Yes, we're on our way to brighten up your day. Here we go. Here we go, here we go. From the shore to the go, here we go. From the shore to the shore. Here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. From the shore, here we go, here we go. Be more. Asbury Park, New York. You know we got y'all. Here we go, here we go, here we go, y'all. Here we go, here we go, here we go, y'all. Here we go.
What's up, everybody?
What it do, what it do, what it do.
Welcome back to another brand new episode of From the Shore to Be More. Of course, you all know me. I am the one, the only Shaheem. Let's go.
And I'd like to think y'all all know me too. I am the board secretary. They call me Aunt Debbie.
I know that's right. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's yours truly, DJ Boom, back in the building on this Sunday. These two making it do it need to be done. What is happening, y'all?
Yes, he is, everybody. And yes, of course, you know we are the treacherous three of the tri-state area and the DMV.
Well, I see Monica James has chimed in with a happy birthday. I wonder who that's
Well, happy
for.
Sunday.
Can you put
She
that
said
comment
happy
up
Sunday.
For me?
Oh, ew. My
You get ahead of yourself. But that's all right.
I'm not in the present.
That's all right.
Present. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you, Monica James.
We all know why you're excited for birthdays. We're going to get to all of that in just a minute, everybody. Welcome, everybody, back to a brand new episode. It's so glad to have you all back. And it's so glad to see my two co-hosts back here with me for this. We have a great conversation coming to you guys today, and I can't wait to get to it. Live in the moment, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be our conversation today. Where are you right now, physically, mentally, spiritually, everybody? We're going to get into all of that in just a few minutes. Right, guys?
Absolutely.
Can you put up that banner for me, Junior? Live in the moment. That's right. It's going to be our conversation, everybody, and I can't wait to get to it. I got a lot of things to say on this particular topic. Boom chose this topic. He's going to tell you, let you know why he chose this topic. Well, matter of fact, let's talk about why did you choose this particular conversation, Boom?
Well, it just seemed more intriguing than some of the others.
Okay, I guess we must have to accept it.
No. Because I think it's very important for us in these days and times to really take each moment how they come and enjoy every moment that we're able to have here on this planet, on top of the soil, making it do what it do. So I chose the topic to talk about this particular thing.
I think it's a great conversation. I believe sometimes we get to the point where we're living on autopilot, everybody. We're going to get into all of that. But first, I just want to mention also last week's conversation, the importance of community, everyone. I want to first thank everyone for their comments and their condolences to me, everyone. There were some beautiful words being said. Thanks, everyone. Thank you all for your support on Debbie, Boom, of course. You all know the situation. So, if you missed that, it was an amazing conversation, everyone. Absolutely one of the best. You're going to want to go back and check that out, everyone. And you can catch it on our YouTube channel. Please, everyone, if you're having difficulties logging on, you can find the show. Just make sure you type in From the Shore to Be More, and it will pop up for you. I promise you that. And welcome to all our Facebook fans. We appreciate all the love from Facebook. We definitely get a lot of support from you guys. And tell a friend, everybody. We want to get the numbers up. We definitely do. Right, guys?
Absolutely.
Of course we do. While I'm mentioning everybody, I gotta also mention my partner in crime sitting next to me, sitting right here, and that would be my son, Ty Jr. right here, who is our engineer for today. Right, Junior? You helping me out today?
Yep.
All right. He's got his own thing going on. Go ahead, on Dave. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, helping me out today.
Definitely helping his dad out. And he's got his own thing going on as he just put up, everybody. Otaku Everything, everybody. And that is Anime Cannibal on YouTube. So if you want to talk about gaming or anime, this is the place to be. And that is Otaku Everything, everybody. And that is on YouTube. Did I get that right, Junior?
Yes.
All right. I want to make sure I get it right. I got to hook you up now because you're doing this for free.
Right.
That's right. That's all right. Also, I just want to mention real quick that it is the NBA postseason these days, everyone. It's the playoffs, and I just want to mention that. Shout out to the New York Knicks. I got to shout them out. They won big yesterday after getting their butts kicked in 2 games. So, shout out to my New York Knicks. I had to say that real fast, everybody.
And shout out to my Lakers that didn't get their butts kicked yet. We're 3-0 in our series, and we're going to sweep it out of there. So,
This is true. And surprisingly, I don't want to stay too long on it. We got a lot to talk about. But shout out to LeBron James. Old as he is, playing the way he is, I mean, wow. He gives older guys hope. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I don't have to be a fan and give him props. Even though he play on my team, I don't have to be a fan and give him props. So I do give him props for being as old as he is and still playing at the level that he's playing. So shout out
definitely.
to LeBron James for sure.
Definitely. One more thing before we move on. Our topic last week was the importance of community. Of course, everyone know that we talked about the support that I was getting in the community surrounding me. I failed to talk about the biggest community surrounding me, and my first community, and that's my very own family, everyone. My daughters came in. One of my daughters lives in right down in Maryland, which is not too far. But my daughter, Treasia, who's my youngest daughter, is in the Navy and stationed in California. And in these times when Trump got the military doing all kinds of things, it's tough for her to get away. And she managed to come home on leave to be here to support her father. So I wanted to put this picture up. This is my entire gang here, everyone. Me, myself, of course, my wife, Terry, my son Junior standing there next to my youngest daughter, Treasia, who came in all the way from California. And then, of course, my granddaughter Cassidy, my daughter Jasmine, and her husband Kevin all were here for me. And so I wanted to make sure that I acknowledge my first community because they were the ones who were here first to support me, of course. They are all my babies. My babies. They're still my babies. Right. So a shout out to them. I just wanted to acknowledge that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to get into birthdays right now, but before I do that, I just want to say that I've been staying busy, and I do have a new video premiere, everyone. I'm going to give you a sneak peek of it later on in the show. So stick around, everybody. And don't forget to comment on the show. We need your input, right?
Right.
We absolutely do. All right, so now that being said, we ain't going to hold y'all up much longer. We're going to keep this ball rolling. Happy birthday to all of you Tauruses. I know, right? I see you dancing back there like Debbie, celebrating your birthday today in the past week or upcoming week. We're going to celebrate your birthdays right now. Normally we start with on Debbie, but I think it's only right that me and Boom start today because we want to say big happy birthday. Right, Boom?
Absolutely. You know, it's too many birthdays in the next 2 days. As far as family is concerned, but Shout out to the Tauruses in the building that are near and dear to my heart, like my sister Tawanda, whose birthday is today, my cousin Naja, whose birthday is today, and
And
the one and only, the queen, Aunt Debbie herself. Her
all
birthday is tomorrow. But
right.
happy birthday to you, Auntie. Hey, there we go.
Right. Right. And good for shouting out the other birthdays. You didn't want on Debbie's birthday to overshadow everybody else's. So,
Why not?
Right, right.
so yeah. But happy birthday to you, Aunt Debbie. I can't tell you how much it means to have you around for another year. Honestly, Aunt Debbie, it just means the world to us, right, Boom?
For sure, absolutely. To have you around at all times means is fantastic for everybody, not just us, but
Yes.
the entire world that's around your community.
Yes.
So,
Yes. Well said. Well said. I don't think you really even understand how much you mean to your community surrounding you, Aunt Debbie. So thank you. Thank you for being who you are.
Well,
Thank you.
it's always nice to hear because when one is not living in the moment, they could easily have self-doubt. And
Mm.
so when people say lovely, wonderful things about me, it brings me back to the fullness of myself and the truth of who I
Mm.
am. And so I appreciate the love. Thank
Well
you.
said. Well said.
And it's
absolutely.
also Darius, my cousin Darius's birthday. That's Erica's husband.
Right. It's today. Is it today or tomorrow?
I
I
think
can't
it was a
always.
few days ago.
Okay.
And oh my God, and you mentioned Naja and some other Tauruses, but since it's Taurus season, I'll say about Taurians that when they say that Taurus is stubborn, that is absolutely not the truth. I don't know why people say that. Like,
I have no idea.
but what I will say about Taurians is that we are sensual creatures,
Mm. Wow.
and I won't go further.
All right. Yeah. Let's keep it R rated. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I like that. Thank you.
Feel rated, you mean?
Okay. I'll take it. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I agree. I do have that moniker being stubborn all the time, but I believe that you are essential people. I don't
We're
have any
both.
birthdays. Do you have any more Boom to shout out?
Uh, not that I could think of off the top of my head, and then some people are gonna be mad at me because I forgot. But I shouted out the three most important ones at this point, and then Auntie brought in cousin Darius, so he's important as well. But I can't think of people off the top of my head.
All right, well we're
It's a
gonna keep it
lot going
moving.
on.
It is a lot going on in the world. Did y'all see what happened at the White House Correspondents' Dinner last night? I'm not even gonna get into that. We'll talk about that another time. But anyway, birthdays. Just a couple celebrities that I need to shout out real fast, and then we're gonna keep this thing rolling real quick. I want to shout out this guy here real fast, Cedric the Entertainer, one of my favorites. His birthday was April 24th, but I love him so much I wanted to reach back and shout him out. Also, today. Oh no, excuse me. Tomorrow, on Deb, you share your birthday with the one and only Miss Coretta Scott King. Happy birthday in heaven to Coretta Scott King. April 27th, 1927, January 30th, 2006. So happy birthday in heaven to Miss Coretta Scott King. Real quick, because it is a crazy political environment, I gotta shout out this guy here. This is New Jersey's own Senator Cory Booker. Everyone, and his birthday is also tomorrow. So shout out to this guy. He's in there fighting for our rights. So I want to back him up right now by just doing that. And real quick, last but not least, to all you musical folk out there, today is also this young lady's birthday here.
Yes, it's me again, and I'm back.
Big shout out to one of the members of TLC, the one and only T-Boz, everybody. So happy birthday to her. And there you go. They are my celebrity birthdays.
And
Yes.
well, we forgot Dwayne the Rock Johnson. His birthday is today as well. So shout out to the Rock.
Really? Shout out to The
Yep.
Rock. Can you smell with The Rock? It's God. Yeah, I had to do that. Everybody, all right, excuse me for 1 minute. All right, thanks for chiming in on Inez. Thanks for watching the show. Yeah, all right, there you go. Everybody. That's our celebrity birthdays. Happy birthday to all of you Tauruses. Now, to anybody out there who's having a celebration of any kind, we know the weather is warming up and you're getting your families together. We have small businesses and we would sure enjoy your support, and this is how you can do that. Hit it. Reach DJ Boom and Shush Entertainment at boomsquaddjs.com 678-334-1745 for your next big event or karaoke night. And to attend the next Silent Fitness event, be sure to reach out to Shush Entertainment, a subsidiary of D3 Lux Entertainment. Before stepping out for the night, look for the latest in women's fashion at terryscloset.com. Step into Terry's Closet and step out in style. terryscloset.com, your closet's new best friend. And reach Deborah Singletary at visioncarriers@aol.com for astrology consultations, art workshops, wedding ceremonies, and rituals. Be sure to reach out to Vision Carriers at AOL.com 212-234-1329. And there you have it, everybody. Make sure you reach out to us, please. We sure can use your business.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And
I
don't
need to
forget.
let these folks know. I'm sorry, because I need to let
No,
them
go
know
ahead.
that, listen, just because DJ Boom is in Baltimore or Pennsylvania, whatever, DJ Boom travels. So if you have parties in New York, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, Massachusetts, it doesn't matter where you are. Long as the money is right, the squad will be there. So I just wanted to put that disclaimer out there. Don't be afraid to hit me up. 'Cause I travel.
Absolutely. 100%. Absolutely. And also, if you're looking for something to wear to DJ Boom's event, make sure you go to terryscloset.com and check out our spring collection. I'm sure you ladies will find something that you love to wear, and accessories, everybody. So there you go.
And if you want to make sure your head is right before you go to Boom's party,
I love
Right.
that.
call me.
Try to figure out what to wear and all of that.
Uh-huh.
Check out
Love
Vision
that.
Carriers.
We can do this together. Teamwork makes the dream work. That's what they
Absolutely.
tell me. All
That's
right,
the
everybody.
community.
While you're doing that, we're going to keep the ball, what, guys? Rolling.
Rolling.
I guess right now we should start the show.
BTVN movies. One of my favorite things to do on this show. All right, we're going to do this quick so we can get into our conversation. Well, let's start with Debbie. It's your birthday coming up, so why don't
You
you go
always
first?
start with me, but anyway. So I saw a moving documentary called The Sky King. It was the story of a young man who
Hand me a pen, Junior.
was very close to his father.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, to his brother, and he lost his brother.
What happened?
His brother died, passed away, as they say. And it affected him in a way that got him to put himself on an airplane and
Oof.
take a trip in Seattle somewhere. I'm not telling it well. Inez is the one who recommended it. Maybe she'll help me. It's been a while, weeks back since I saw it. But he flies an airplane, which was a dream of his, for the very first and the very last time.
Wow.
So take care of your mental and your emotional health, people.
Oh, wow. The Sky King. Where'd you see that at?
Hulu.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. That sounds like a good one. I'll have to check that
It
one
was
out.
good.
All right,
It was
Boom.
good.
What you been watching?
Nothing. My eyelids. But I did watch a movie called Apex. I forgot the young lady, the main actress. Oh goodness. This PT. I mean, this accident stuff is driving me crazy. I can't remember things, but it was a great movie. If you're into action and adventure, it's not really a horror. It's more thriller, action sort of thing. It's a great movie. Basically, she gets lost in the woods and she's being hunted by a murderer.
Wow.
It's a good movie though. I'm just giving you the synopsis, but it's a good movie because I don't want to give it away.
Well, where'd you see it at?
On Netflix. It's on
On
Netflix. Called
On Net-
Apex.
Netflix and Hulu, you both owe us checks, and I'm going to be looking for them. There you go. I've been preoccupied. Let me say that with the passing of my mom and everything. I haven't had an opportunity to watch a whole lot of TV or movies or anything, but I do want to acknowledge two that are coming out that I do plan to see, and people let me know your thoughts on it. One of them is the new Devil Wears Prada 2. I absolutely have got to see this movie because I love fashion. Now, everybody out there, chime in. Let me know what you think and if you're going to go see the movie. And this one, too, that's already out. The Michael Jackson movie, everyone. And I already saw on social media that some of you have already gone see this movie. Please comment on the show. Chime in. Let me know what you thought about that movie before I spend my money. I just want to say that.
Well, I'm definitely not spending mine. I don't know how many times I can hear the same story. So I do encourage the new generation though that are fans of Michael Jackson or interested in knowing
Good
about
point.
Michael Jackson to go and see the movie. I personally am not going to go see it, but my nephew loving Michael Jackson, doing the dances and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They went Friday to see it and they loved it. So I do definitely encourage that.
Yeah. Young people, if you go see the movie, you'll get a better understanding of how big this man was at that time. This is before
Right.
Taylor Swift, everyone,
Right.
and all that. I mean, you have no idea how huge the story was.
Beyonce, all
So
of them.
there you go. And so that are my two. Just comment on the show, everybody. Let me know if you saw them or whatever. Now, Nate, let's keep this thing going. Now, one of our viewers out there, if you have topics out there that you think our audience would be interested in, or better yet, if you are a business looking to contribute to our beautiful show here, this is where you can get in contact with us, and this is how you can do that. Hit it, Junior. To contact us, you can reach us on our YouTube channel, where you can comment, join the show, and please don't forget to subscribe. You can also watch, like, and comment, join the show on our social media pages. Our Facebook or Instagram is at From the Shore to Be More. Our Twitter or X is at 2_Be More. And our email is fromtheshore@gmail.com. You can also call the show at 732-455-2503. If no one answers, please leave a message and someone from the show will get back to you. And please, tell a friend. All right, everybody, that's right. Please tell a friend. We are here for you. This is not just our show, this is your show too. Let's get into this conversation. I've been waiting for this, actually, everybody. Live in the moment, everyone. That's right. That's going to be the conversation today. All right. Boom stepped out for a minute, but that's all right.
I'm still here.
Oh, there you go.
I'm still here. I'm right here.
Like I was saying before, when I first started talking, what did on it said? This old lady
This old lady wants to see Michael Jackson.
Okay, that makes two of us. This old dude wants to see it too on this. Don't worry, we'll have to see it. When you see it, let me know what you thought. We'll share notes. As like I was saying before, when I started talking about this topic, living in the moment, I mentioned living on autopilot, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes, I believe, we get so comfortable in existing in our lives, in our space, that we're just cruising along through life. What I mean is, we have our routines, right? That's a normal thing. We get up on Mondays, And for most of us, we have to go to work. We come home. Some of us are picking up the kids, doing those things with the children, making dinner. You watch a little TV, you go to bed, you're getting up. It's the same routine on Tuesday. The same routine on Wednesday, on Thursday, and Friday. And this is what I meant when I brought up living on autopilot. Now, I'm not pointing a finger at anyone and saying this is good or bad. I'm just trying to bring up something. I'm trying to point out something here. Is all I'm trying to do. Sometimes we get comfortable in all of this existing. We miss out on the moments, the small things that could be so important to us to make our lives feel, and I think Debbie brought this up, fuller, and maybe more richer. I think it's so important sometimes just take a moment to breathe and take in the moment. Do you guys feel the same way? Comment on the show, everyone. Let me know your thoughts. How do you guys feel about that?
I do. On top of breathing and being in the moment, we take for granted that every moment is exactly that, a moment. I.e., I'll say, well, tomorrow I'm gonna go ahead and cut the grass when I still got another 13 hours in the day to get through. You don't even know that you even gonna make it to tomorrow to cut the grass, and all this anticipating of what you're gonna do tomorrow or next week or next month. When you skip, that's how you skip those moments though, because now you're anticipating vacation so much that the moments that are right in front of you, you forget because you're just concentrating on vacation in 2 weeks, or next month you're going to Puerto Rico, and it's like, oh, well, at this point, nothing else even matters until you go to Puerto Rico, or something happens where you can't go to Puerto Rico on vacation. And now you realize, like, wait a minute, dang, I done missed on Debbie's birthday party. I done missed this. I done missed that. You know what I mean? And I missed this stuff because I'm so concentrating on the future stuff instead of the here and now.
Instead of the here and now. You're living everywhere else but here.
Right.
But here.
Right now.
Sometimes, because I looked into this like I do with every topic. I just enjoy these conversations. And I found some interesting points of why sometimes we get into this condition of autopilot. Sometimes it can be anxiety. This is what I found. Anxiety from future or tripping. You get so focused on what's going to happen next that you miss what's going on now. Regrets loops from replaying the past. You get so caught up in events that might have taken place in the past and end up replaying them sometimes so much that again you're missing what's happening now. It gets hard sometimes to let go of trauma. I'll say that.
Right.
That's never easy. I will say that. But you don't want to make that your focus, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Missing the beauty in the small, ordinary moments. One of my favorite things to do living down here on the Jersey Shore, shout out to the Jersey Shore, especially when the weather's beautiful. It wasn't that today, but when the weather is beautiful, I like to take walks down by the beautiful shore, by the water, early on Sunday mornings when there's like hardly anybody out there. And I walk out onto jetties. If you people out there who don't know what jetties are, they're just rocks that line the shore to help us with erosion. And you can walk out on them into the water. And so I like to walk out to the very end sometimes, stand there and just breathe and take it all in, the beauty of it all. For me, it's such a beautiful moment. Clears my mind, my spirit, everything. Those small things can mean so much. Help you refocus, the whole thing. Moments like that are hard to get back when you let them slip by constantly. That's what I mean to say. And how distractions become a lifestyle. I mean, yeah. Oh, exactly.
I remember.
Hard to get
I
back.
remember being up there. I remember being up there. Me, myself, Samir, and Greg. We was up there at one time, and you introduced that to us to go up on the boardwalk early morning and walk around. That was a very, very relaxing thing to do. You
Whew,
know, very
man.
relaxing. It's been some years since we've been up there, all of us together, but I remember that when we went up there and we did that early morning walk on the boardwalk. That was extremely refreshing.
I want to point that out too, also because for the men out there, that was a wonderful bro moment. For
Right.
us to all be brothers together in that moment was important, I think, right? In that
Right.
space.
Absolutely.
So that was a beautiful moment. But you got to come back up here. You guys got to come back here. We got to do that again. And we invite everybody out there in the audience to meet us up here, and we'll go out here. We'll have a moment together. All right? How about
Right.
that?
So,
You too,
so the
RW.
idea, absolutely, but the idea is not to create that, not to recreate that moment, but we create another moment.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's the
I got
thing.
you.
We that's the other thing we do. We spend so much time trying to recreate the time that we had this good time and da 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 that, and then when it don't go exactly the way that went, you're kind of disappointed.
Ooh.
So
I'm glad you brought that up.
stop trying to recreate moments and just keep continuing to create moments.
I like that.
You know what I mean?
Matter of fact, I love that because I also looked up why it's so hard. Why now is so hard? Why living in the now is so hard? Here's what is a point that was made: the constant comparison. The constant comparison. Even in what you just said, we're not going to compare our moment now to the moment then. Let's not do that.
Right. Right.
Let's not do that. We're not going to do that. We're gonna have
Right.
this moment now the way it is. So I'm so
Absolutely.
glad you brought that up. That was one of the reasons why the now is so hard that I found and there was some other points that people made. The hustle culture. I thought that was so important because if I'm being honest with myself, and I want everybody out there to be honest with themselves and comment on the show, I'm a victim of the hustle culture. I ain't gonna lie. I am constantly on the go, and my co-host here today will tell you the same thing about me. I'm always doing something. I think I drive my poor wife crazy because I can't sit still. Now, part of it is because as a child I was hyper, so I was constantly moving. But as I got older, what I've noticed about my let me use this particular moment as an example. The best way that I found for me to cope with what's going on in my life with the passing of my mom was to keep my mind busy. For me, I found that was the best way to cope. So I am constantly doing things. So the hustle culture is a reason why people have a hard time focusing on the now. The fear of slowing down. That was another point somebody made. Somebody made this point. Trauma that makes the stillness uncomfortable. I thought that was powerful. And everybody out there who's experienced trauma like that, please chime in. I'd like to hear your story.
It makes it real at that point for them. It makes it real. You're sitting in your
Wow.
quiet space. It
Wow.
makes what's happening real because you have no choice but to deal with it
To fate,
in that
talk
quiet
about
space,
it.
right? Because if I'm constantly working, I'm constantly busy. I'm not giving myself a chance to process whatever the hurt is. It could be any kind of hurt. But once the dust settles and I'm sitting there, I don't have no choice but to face this now because it's a reality.
I think you guys heard me say it to you. That if I stop and sit still, I start to think. And then the thinking can take you to a dark place. So those words are so very real. Trauma that makes stillness uncomfortable. Also, this was number 5. The pressure to always be becoming instead of being. I thought that was an interesting point. To always be something, becoming something instead of being who you are. I thought that was a very strong point to make, because there is a lot of pressure to always be, I don't know, to do better, to get better, instead of just being in the moment sometimes. Now, I'm not knocking improving yourself. Of course, I think we all want to be the best versions of ourselves, right?
Right.
But what about the now? I don't think I'm a bad guy. Can I be better? I'm sure there's some things I could do better, but I'm not bad now. Right?
Right.
So you don't want to get lost in that. You definitely don't want to get lost in that. These points are the reason why I thought that this would make such an amazing conversation. We all have a future, we all have a past, but what about now? I've heard stories from parents who've got caught up in whether it be work or whatever they have going on. Because let's face it, we all got bills.
Right.
We all got bills. But when you're a parent, sometimes getting caught up in that hustle can cause you to miss things that are happening with the children. Now, for the parent, though, it might bother them to miss these things. In some cases, it really affects the children. Hi, Bernice. Thanks for watching the show. Thank you so much for commenting.
Hi, Bernice.
Good afternoon. It really affects the children. How many times have you heard some parents say, well, I missed that baseball game, or I missed that graduation, and it makes them sick to their stomach to talk about it. You know, and looking back, and yeah, because sometimes, and I'm not saying all the time, the pain, I think it really bothers people, because when you look back, it's like, you know what? I actually could have missed that day of work. You know what? I actually didn't need the money that bad, but my kid needed me more in that moment. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now, I don't want parents to bash themselves. Like I said, we all got bills. We all got to make sacrifices. I get that part of it. But live in the moment, especially consider the kids. Because
and then because there's no guarantee that you're going to get another moment either. You know, so you do what you think is best for you. If you think going to work and making that money at that time is the best thing to do for you to do, then do it. You know what I mean? But understand, you may not get another moment, because you know what people say is, I'll go to the next game.
Yeah.
Well, who's that person's gonna make the next game?
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about dying. Clearly, I'm not talking about dying. I'm saying, who's to say they can get cut from the team? You know, they can get injured while they're there, and now they out. It's so many things that can happen. Who's to say there's going to be a next game? So you would gauge what's important and what's not important. I.e., yesterday, my sister celebrated her birthday yesterday. She had a party at her house.
I saw the post on social media.
Right, and I had the option. I had an option either to come where I am now, or stay and hang out for her birthday, and that's what I chose, the latter. On top of, my back was bothering me too, but I'm glad I stayed in the moment, because we had a fantastic time yesterday. You know, I don't get a lot of opportunities to do that with them, because I'm always doing something, work, especially the weekend. So to be able to do that and have that moment with them and her friends, and seeing her circle, because she has a whole different circle of people that she hangs out with and all that type of stuff. It was a beautiful thing. It was an absolute beautiful thing. Shay came down from New York. You know, it was seeing my nieces. It's always great to see my nieces and talk to them and all that. So it was a wonderful thing, and I'm glad I had the opportunity to do that, because there's no guarantee that it'll be able to happen again.
Two things. Two things I want to add to that. Two things. First, speaking on the kids again, I just want to say, kids seem to always remember stuff. You'll forget it, but for them, they have a lot, like memories like elephants, including myself. This stuff that I remember from with my parents that, you know, they probably don't even, well, my father probably don't even realize that I remember, but that's, kids don't forget easy. But I want to say this too about living in the moment. For those who watch the show and know me, you all know that one of my sisters passed away many years ago. Let me tell you something. I was planning a trip to Baltimore. All right? I was living in Jersey at the time, but still commuting back and forth because I was still working on music and doing the La Ferin thing. So I was planning a trip to Baltimore. And my sister at the time had her small children, wasn't doing the best. And she approached me before I left and asked if I could help her with something. Well, me, you know, I was going on this trip, you know, I'm thinking, well, I really could. I told her no. No, I didn't have the funds at the time. And I went ahead and went on this trip to Baltimore so I can go work on music. I got a call the next day, my sister died.
Right.
The weight of that decision not to help my sister in that moment crushed me for a very, very long time. Very, 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 very long time. It felt almost impossible to get over that. Now, that was many years ago, and I've come to some kind of, I don't know, resolution. Is that the right word on Debbie I'm trying to say here? About what happened back then. Oh, God, I'm getting choked up. As you can see, it still affects me. That moment right there, if I could go back in time, I would change it in a heartbeat. I would change it in a heartbeat. This is one of the reasons why this conversation was so important to me. It was important for me to tell you viewers out there, and please comment on your stories. It was important for me to tell you viewers out there my story.
Right.
So you could get the idea of what we mean when we say live in the moment. Had I stopped and took the time just to even think for 1 minute about someone other than myself, I'm not saying it would have changed the circumstances, but I sure wouldn't have had that cross to bear for so long, which led me to substance abuse and think. I'm not even gonna get into all that right now because we're not having that show. But yeah, it was so important for me to have this topic, and thank you, Boone, for bringing it up. I hope my story, impacts people out there listening and gets them to appreciate the moment with their loved ones, with their friends, because you just may not have it back.
Yeah, there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee. That's
And
the
I'll
thing.
be the first to tell you. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, let me read in here.
Please.
My understanding of what you're describing when you talk about the feeling bad for so many years is that it's a kind of holding on to the past. And the thinking about it is a way of trying to make it unhappen. So it's like you're living in the past because you're really trying to make what happened not happen. I'm also hearing.
Don't choke me up on Debbie, please.
Hearing that you're in judgment.
Oh my God.
Being in judgment is being in the moment. And I think here you're invited to live in a mystery, because if you had helped, something else could have happened somewhere else. So you don't know. You are not in control of the universe. And so our living in the moment for me often looks like, yes, thank you, I accept. So that what we're accepting is the fullness. And earlier, when you talked about moment, it brought something up for me. I didn't prepare for this, by the way, because I wanted to be in the moment. I wanted to be listening to you guys, not trying to remember what I looked up or even wrote in my journal about. When I heard moment, though, I thought, what does moment mean? And what I find is that the derivative of moment is in movement. So that suggests to me that there is no moment, there is eternity. And in the eternity, we are alive and the universe is pulsing, and every moment in my process of making art, it's all of the mistakes I make in art that I deem as a mistake. I judge it. I say, oh my God, the paint dripped in the wrong spot. Bad artist. And what I've learned to do is to go with it and say, in this moment, this is what I have. Even those parents who make the decision not to make a game, how we live in the moment is momently. There is no one moment. So what we want to do, what I was doing while I was listening to you, at one point I noticed that my heart was beating. I often don't notice that. I can go through my whole day and not notice that my heart is beating. And I thought, oh my, they're talking and my heart is beating. So speaking of being a Taurus, thank you, Brian Singletary, and the sensuousness of being a Taurus, I wasn't going into the sexuality of it. Not that at that point, not now either. But it's the ability to feel your feelings.
My God.
It's the ability to feel what the temperature in the room is. It's the ability for me to feel my garment slipping over my shoulder, and as I look at myself, go, oh, that's a pretty shoulder. So what we miss eternity when we want to impose upon it our ideas of what it should have been.
Of what it should have been. Judgment.
And
I heard you say.
Yeah. So every ground, every moment is holy ground and a place for us to live and live again and live again and live again. And if you are afraid of stillness because you're thinking in the stillness, that is not being still. Thinking is a doing.
It is a doing. Isn't it?
And often in the doing of thinking, we're rethinking and rehashing and and maybe even imposing. Now, in my work, I do a lot of thinking, so I'm not suggesting that we don't think. But what we have an opportunity to notice is where we think from.
Wow.
Do we think from our faith? Do we think from, if I'm tired, how does that influence my thinking? So in that stillness that you describe is the place where we can notice that there is eternity. And almost all, otherwise we're really not noticing
what's going on.
That we are living.
That we are living. Well said. I like that. I like that a lot, especially when you're talking about paying attention, because living in the moment means paying attention to your bodies in a lot of ways, doesn't it? Pay attention to what your body's telling you, especially to you, Boom, because I remember what you told me yesterday. Pay attention to your body. But I want to just give to these comments, some of these comments real quick. I want to thank Bernice for her comment, saying, I've had a few moments like that, but learn to forgive myself for it. If you could give me some ideas on how I can learn to forgive myself, I sure would like to hear that. Like I've said, I've come to some kind of resolution over the years about things that have transpired, but I don't know if forgive is the word I would use. I don't know.
Yeah, I have an idea.
Okay.
And I want to get to Inez's contribution.
Yeah.
So I believe my sense of things is that we have nothing to be guilty of, and therefore forgiveness is not necessary. So you only have to forgive yourself if you've made a determination that what you did was wrong, and any determination you might make could come out of your short-sightedness.
How so?
And so we don't know. And so what I would say is that I might recall things that I did, but it's not from whatever we do from our awareness at that time.
At that time.
And now that we're
Right.
more aware, we can go forward with the moment by having new awarenesses. So I would say, and that is something, Shaheem, I would encourage you to sit with somebody over, call Inez, talk to a spiritual counselor, talk to a therapist, because what you're thinking, if you're feeling badly, then what you're thinking is not right. We want to manage our emotions by feeling badly. If you're feeling badly and guilty, chances are, I would say you're probably not thinking right.
Oh.
You're thinking from a narrow point of view. So Inez says, and you still have the opportunity to live in the moment and not regret the past. So Inez, do you mean to live in this moment? You don't mean to go back and so in this moment, where are you in this moment, and what beautiful things might you say to your aunt in this moment to make her feel okay, to your wife. So
in this moment, I want to say this though, Debbie. In this moment, I do want to say this, and this goes back to last week's topic, in the importance of community. In this moment, I am so grateful that I have this community around me that I can lean on. In this moment, that's right. When I'm reaching out, and like you said, you can feel it. You can feel it. You know me. To have community like that, I mean, it's immeasurable. That's all. I just wanted to make that point right there, on Debbie. So thank you for feeling me. I appreciate you and on Inez and Bernice.
This moment, what is present is gratitude. Whoa, what does that feel like? What is gratitude, and where do you feel it in your body? And do you notice that as you feel gratitude, I often do throughout the day check my shoulders, because I know that a raised shoulder suggests I'm living against the moment. I notice if I'm clenching my teeth and I go, so it's not necessarily going to my spot to meditate for half an hour or 15 minutes.
Okay.
It's noticing what my body is saying to me.
Right.
Maybe through a hunched shoulder, which suggests resistance, or folded arm, which suggests resistance.
Yeah, you resisting anything? No, not you. But what it actually might mean to live in the moment? These were some points that I picked up as I was researching things. Paying attention to what your body is telling you was one, of course. Noticing joy in small doses, too. Sometimes the smallest things can bring the greatest joy sometimes. Allowing yourself to feel without rushing to fix. I guess I can associate my situation a little bit to that. Choosing gratitude, and you mentioned that, without forcing positivity. Thank you. I'll take the credit. And this was big. letting today be enough. Letting today be enough, ladies and gentlemen. It's so important sometimes.
I want to respond to the concept of noticing the joy, because what we do in this culture is we put more value on joy than, let's say, sorrow. And if you feel a sorrow in the moment, that could be an enriching, awakening, a sensual. You might want to engage it. You might want to go, wow, I notice I feel sorrow. What am I really thinking? And so we
100%.
don't want to say to people, feel joy all the time. That's like living in a forest where the light is so strong you can't see the trees. It is the shadows that make the outline of the trees that help us to see the forest.
Wow.
And we want to notice. We want to notice. Ooh, I'm noticing how I love being here with you guys. And if I should feel sorrow in this moment because, I don't know. Let me see. You forgot to say happy birthday. I can notice. I can notice that, and then I can say, would you say happy birthday to me again? It's all good. It's all divine. It's all
allowing yourself to feel in the moment is so
Whatever
extremely
you feel.
important. Whatever you feel, without
Notice it.
rushing to fix all the time.
Notice it without judgment. To not say, you shouldn't feel bad. You're 70. 4 tomorrow. You shouldn't be feeling that. You're a minister. You shouldn't be feeling that way. You feel what you feel. You notice it, and that noticing is the dialogue that moves us along. That creates moments.
Wow.
By moment.
I like that. Well said. Well said on that. I got to admit. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that time is ticking down to today's episode, everybody. And this was a deep one. I got to tell you, it struck up a lot of emotion, I think, in a lot of us, including the people watching. And I want to thank everybody, including Bernice, and
Thank you, Nancy.
Terry, for commenting on the show. We so enjoy your contributions, right, guys?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely, we do. Uncle Brian chimed in.
That's right. What's up, Brian? I be seeing all your posts. You must be living big down in Costa Rica.
And trust me, I'm coming to Long Beach real soon. Real soon. I love Long Beach. I love Costa Rica and I love Long Beach, but I definitely love Long Beach. So I think that'll be an easier trip than go Costa Rica right now. So I will definitely be in Long Beach very soon.
Well, you heard it first here. All right. Well, we're winding it down, everybody. So I'm going to start asking for final comments, everybody. So let's start with Aunt Debbie. Any final words for our audience today?
I think I'll repeat myself that living in the moment is about our awareness. And when we tune to awareness, that awareness is the tweak to what we might do next or who we might call next. It's awareness. And it's also, for me, asking my higher self. Sometimes I think of it as my spirit guide, but certainly my higher consciousness, what next? And then listening in the moment, awareness.
Oh, I like that one, Debbie. All right. How about you, Boom? Any final comments for the audience today?
Just piggybacking off on Debbie, just not only the moment, but all of the moment. Enjoy all of the moment, whether it is joy, sadness, sorrow, happiness, whatever. Enjoy all of the moment.
Take it in.
And don't absorb it all. And one thing, don't let your body tell you when to take a break. Because your body telling you to take a break is going to be a lot longer than you just taking a break.
You listen to your own words. Anyway. Anyway. I just want to say, everybody, slowing things down, living in the moment, enjoying those small things can help your life feel a little bit fuller and a little bit richer. I'm just going to piggyback off of what Debbie said, too, about sorrow and things like that. Those are teaching moments, too, believe it or not. I understand it can be painful and all that, but sometimes even sorrow could be a teaching moment. So take it all in, everybody. Word, boom. But he says, word, boom. Thank you for these. All right, everybody, we're going to wind it down. I'm going to end by, like I said, showing you the premiere of my new up-and-coming video. It's on tonight, everybody. Listen, we're going to see you all next week. We appreciate you watching the show. Check out the video, everybody. We're going to get together next weekend, and we're going to do this all over again. How about that, everybody? We'll see you guys all next week. Here's my new video premiere. It's on tonight. Enjoy.
You know, sometimes I look at myself in the mirror and I think this mirror ain't even doing me justice. I hope this sell cause I'm tired of working. I'm trying to get the whole world twerking. Wanna buy every pretty lady a Birkin. Here's one thing I know for certain, it's on tonight. Gonna look good, feeling alright. Alright, alright, alright. You got those brand new shoes. You got that brand new hair. Those nails is looking good. These bitches better beware. Beware, beware, beware. You know I just don't care. Looks so damn good it ain't fair. Yeah, yeah. I hate the price of gas. We need a raise in pay. My boss can kiss my ass. It's celebration day. It's on tonight. And though we look good, we feeling alright. Alright, alright, alright. We know we catching eyes. All haters to the side. My crew be coming through. Our